Hey guys, how's it going? This is going to be a short, little, I guess, how-to video, if you will, on how to change the recoil rope on Ariens snowblower, actually an old Tecumseh engine. This happens to be a 7 horsepower. Went to go start it the other day and the pull rope just yanked right out of my hands, and I was still holding the pull part and the rest of it retreated, so there you go. First thing you gotta do is really gotta start taking everything off. This fan shroud has to come off, or shroud. So does this. We're just happening to start right here, and also the fuel tank has to come off because you gotta get this bolt out. So we did take the fuel tank off. Luckily it's almost empty. Oh. And there's 2 bolts there. You still have to take those out anyways. So 2 bolts here, and this will come off, and the tank will kind of move. The cool thing, but also the unfortunate thing about these, is the fuel line does go right through there. So we do have to disconnect the fuel line from the carburetor and all that. So let's keep going. Let's get back to work. The actual engine bolts, the head bolts are 1/2 inch. I think these are the same. Excellent. Also, you have to get your electric starter switch if you have one out of the way. That's just 2 Phillips screws. Or they might be like a 1/4 socket or something. I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, brackets off. Fuel tank slid out of the way. Put these back so we know where they go. Okay, here we are on the other side of the engine. As you can see, the fuel tank is loose. To remove this heater box, I guess you can call it, there are 4 screws. 2 Phillips right here. 1, 2. And there's a flathead right there. And here on the side, there is one right there. Is it a flathead? Yes. So let's get those screws out. Oh, Phillips is right here. This is not screws in. Oh. Okay, as you can see, we have removed the fuel line and plugged it. Our next step is to get the fan shroud out. So there are 2 last minute bolts, one right there, one right there, and one on the opposite side, the exact same side, the exact same area. So we'll have to get this one off and the other one off, and this whole assembly should slide right off. We'll see if it actually does. Be right back. Okay, we have both screws out. Theoretically. Yep, that'll slide right off. Alright. I need 2 hands to do this. Alrighty. So here's the old rope. Just old, frayed. So we're going to need that pull handle here in a few minutes, but we'll put it over here. What we need to do, though, is to get out all of the old rope. And then, by doing so, you also put tension on the spool. This is the hardest step. So let's try to fish the old out. Unfortunately for that, I'm probably gonna need 2 hands. But let me see if I can't sit you guys up. Okay, we got all the old rope out. Now the hard part is going to be you have to grab it from here while maintaining the tension on the spool. You don't have to, but it makes it putting the new rope on a heck of a lot easier. So, lawnmowers, it's nice and easy because you can put a screwdriver in through. There's enough holes in the thing, in the recoil vents for the engine. Okay, old rope is out. Now we're in the trouble part. Again, it's not really trouble, but now what you gotta do is take your new rope, thread it through the hole here and into the spool back here. It's a good test for your dexterity. I don't recommend doing this when it's really cold outside. Oh, so close. Alright, once you got her, gotta tie a really good knot so it doesn't come undone. That would not be good. Like so. There's your new rope. We can trim that up in a minute. So what you're going to do is you're going to slowly feed the new rope in. I have my spool here on the machine. You'll probably hear it. So basically, you just let the spring do the work. Let it retract. So that's about where we want it. The old rope was not very long. I'm a little concerned. Now if you want to, you can put more tension on the spring. Just being careful not to break it. There we go. Now, once it's kind of at its resting point, now we're going to cut the new rope, but not before we're going to get the old rope off the handle. So, set this aside. not cutting the rope yet. Here's the handle. And these old style handles, they have an insert that pushes out. So what you do is you grab a screwdriver. This one's probably too big. Or you can dig in here. Like that. That's all it is. So we get the old rope out. So now the tricky part here is you got to have this new handle on your new rope first, followed by this. So let's cut the old rope, or the new rope, excuse me. Let's find where it kind of rests. Right there. Go a little bit more. Now what we're going to do, we're going to cut the rope. Okay. And then for safety, I like to tie a little half-hitch type knot, just so it's not going anywhere. Again, that would not be good. Doesn't give us much to work with, but it's not going to go all the way back in. So here's new handle and our part. And what you do again is you tie another knot in the circle. Might not have enough rope to do it. And then what I like to do is I like to check it. Like, I don't think that's going to hold. And it is. Okay. And what you do, pull her back in like so. Take your knot out. A little half inch. Maybe. Boom. And there she is. And it's sitting nice and perfect, just like you want it. So, now the hard part, which isn't really the hard part, is just putting everything back together. Okay, the only thing left to do is to see if she's going to start for us. Test out our repair. Let's see it out. There we go. 3 volts from home. Awesome. Ready to go. Awesome. That's how you change the pull rope.